Yeah, so another chance for Stuart Bingham. His highest break today, 63 in the 8th frame, but of course Neil Robertson cleared up with 66. Oh no, just for a moment. I thought it was in the pocket, but still not finished great.
3.
Yeah, Stuart's final backswing and strike of the cue ball was all in one motion, which is unusual for him. Sometimes when the pressure hits you and you're really struggling, you can completely lose your cue action, and you can easily misconstrue that for being the yips, but it isn't, because that's more of a psychological thing rather than a temporary loss of your cue action.
Stuart Bingham, 3.
Yeah, not a good safety to finish it. Must feel like a sort of anxiety dream this at the moment for Stuart Bingham, when just nothing is going right. We know what a great long potter Neil Robertson is.
Not only was the pot impressive, the perfect control of the cue ball, that stun run through, he's played to absolute perfection there.
Well, he was in something of the doldrums, wasn't he, last year? He'd had that streak, 2006 to 2022, every calendar year has won a title of some sort. Didn't win one in 2023. Of course, 2024 came back with the English Open. But
9.
I think everybody felt he could turn it around. Of course, it was up to him to put the work in, to keep the belief. He spent more time maybe on outside tables than he was used to. But this is where Neil Robertson comes alive. This is one of the biggest arenas he would ever have played in. And these Players' Series events, he's won them all 3 of them. Seem to suit him as well.
16. $17.
The red next to the pink. I just wonder if it's available into the right corner.
24.
Be absolutely ideal for Neil if it were to be available. I'm not sure it is, though.
$25.
Has a lovely angle to play a delicate cannon into the 4 reds here. Yeah, I'm not sure that red next to the pink is on, looking at that camera shot there. And if he does go into the 4 reds, if he cannons one of those top 3 reds full ball, he may be on nothing. Well, the red next to the pink must be available. And maybe he's on it 3/4 ball. He could screw into the 4 reds and hold for the pink in the same pocket. And then frame a match and championship really would be at his mercy.
31.
Neil thought that he could screw into those 4 reds and hold for the pink. Just skimmed off them, and I don't think any of those 4 reds are available, so in all honesty, it's pointless taking the black on now. May as well put a colour safe.
Yeah, you don't have to go out in a blaze of glory. It's just about getting
Rainbow.
the 10th frame won. And even at 9-0, he's not taking undue risks. He's got a 28-point lead.
Neil Robertson, 31.
I think Neil could just clip a red towards the left-hand side cushion here and leave the cue ball somewhere near the green pocket. That would be pretty good.
He clearly wants to win 10-0, doesn't he? He's not just about winning, it's about getting that little record. Because it'll be in the record books forever. Remember, only 3 players so far have won a multi-session ranking final by way of whitewash. He's already done it once. So it's a very elite list. And he can get his name on it twice here.
Oh, well done, Stuart Bingham. Some of our audience members can see themselves on the big screen. I think the top red of those 2 together may be available into the right centre, but I don't think Stuart's quite straight enough on the black to play for it. But he may be able to cannon into the 2 reds. Yeah, didn't fancy it. Don't think the bottom red of the 2 will pot.
8.
Could double the red that's near the side cushion, though.
Stuart Bingham, 8. One.
Just too good at those long pots, isn't he? Another stunning pot.
Yeah, I was just thinking a few minutes ago to myself, out of all the game's greatest potters and break builders, you know, Mark Williamses, your Ronnies, Judd Trumps, all of those guys, I honestly think when this man is at the table in fine form, he's the greatest potter and break builder I've ever seen. But it's hardly surprising because he also possesses one of the finest cue actions the sport's ever seen, and I think Ronnie O'Sullivan will attest to that. There's a quick look at the top red of the 2, which will pot into the right centre. Neil could play for it from the yellow, but would need to play the yellow with the rest, I think. Don't know if he could hold for it from the blue, that's the problem.
Well, they both had a look at the potential plant to the yellow pocket. Bingham had a look at it. Robertson's had a look at it. If he can make it, he's surely won. It's looking good. It's looking good. Neil Robertson, who first came to the UK at the age of 16 to try his hand at snooker. Dropped off the tour a couple of times, actually went to the job centre. He was going to pack it in. Stood in the queue, thought again.
14.
Thank goodness he did, because he's been one of the best players of the last 2 decades, and this red is for victory.
15.
What a stunning performance. Stuart Bingham has struggled, but Neil Robertson has kept his focus and his determination. And he's going to land his second ranking title of the season and the 25th
20.
of his magnificent career.
22. Neil Robertson, 22.
Neil Robertson is the history man in Hong Kong.
Thank you, Stuart.
The first player to win 2 ranking finals by way of whitewash over a multi-session. Yes, the most successful non-British player in snooker history, extending his record, his legacy. We saw, even right at the end there, some of the long potting, just how devastating he is when he's on form. And he has been this week. Maybe it was all part of the master plan, misreading the date of the World Open qualifier, not actually going to Yushan, saving his best for Hong Kong.